So the virtual lab is a platform that we built to really mirror my physical lab here at Stanford, right? So essentially we have a platform of different AI scientist agents. They're led by an AI professor agent, and under the AI professor agent, there's actually a bunch of different AI student agents with diverse expertise in like chemistry and machine learning and data science and computational biology. And these agents are actually, they have their own group meetings, right? So they can have their own one-on-one meetings, and we basically give the agent some challenging problems to solve, like designing nanobodies for COVID, and also give the agent some budget to do real experiments. And
And the agents then would have different personalities and different, I guess, roles, right? Traditional roles that real life researchers would have, and they would review and debate the results of what the task was.
yes, yeah. So in the virtual lab, we have sort of a PI agent, also like the professor agent, right? So for example, the job of that PI agent then is to sort of organize group meetings and then also give some instructions to the other agents, right? So for example, the PI agent might call a meeting together where all the agents would participate, and the PI would say, okay, so here's the problem that we want to solve, right? Maybe the problem here is to like design binders to the recent COVID variants. And then similar to how human group meetings, right, in the agent group meeting, and then all these other agents will sequentially contribute their ideas, right, and then can bounce ideas off each other. Sometimes they get into disagreements too, then they have to sort of debate that and resolve the disagreement.
One of the things that I've run into, and I know this is widespread across AI agents or AI in general, generative AI, is when ask a question, you'll get, or give it a task, you'll get a great answer. Then you do a similar, ask a next day and you get a completely different type of answer. And you found a way to sort of overcome this issue of repeatability, correct? You found a way to ask them to do several parallel experiments or parallel discussions so that you could choose the best answers.
That's right. Yeah. So there are two techniques that we found to be quite useful. One is that we actually run multiple meetings in parallel. So basically in the virtual lab, for every scientific decision that they want to make, they actually run 5 meetings in parallel discussing that same topic. And in these parallel meetings, sometimes they come up with different ideas. And then we ask the PI agent then to read the transcripts of all these parallel meetings to come to a consensus. And that consensus is typically much more robust because than the individual meetings. The other thing that we found to be quite useful is that we also have a critic agent, sort of like a reviewer that sits in on all of the virtual lab discussions, right? So the job of the critic then is to sort of poke holes at the ideas proposed by other agents. So often the critic's quite useful, for example, for like finding mistakes, bugs in the other agents, and also reducing hallucinations from other language models.